From 17 once again, bringing you the second part to Daddy'll Get You Out in my Bulletstorm very hard difficulty video walkthrough. And this is Act 6, Chapter 1, for anybody just joining us. So let's have a see what's going on here. So once again, we're going through this hotel with the electricity and the thunderstorm happening. So make sure you check all your corners for any potential ammo caches, and just keep pushing forward and use your ears. And I know that probably sounds silly, but this game, just like every other game before it, it has audio cues to tell you when enemies are around, and the enemies themselves make so much fucking noise they couldn't sneak up on anything really. So use that to your advantage so that you never get overwhelmed, and just play intelligently. And speaking of a lack of intelligence, I was reading the television guide earlier when I was having my dinner, and an English one for any of the Americans that are reading, so this probably doesn't mean much to your guys. The content will, but just not the TV guide bullshit. But the reviewer who writes the synopsises for the programs that are going to be on in the next week, and they rate them and stuff and tell you what to watch and recommend things and what have you. Return of the Jedi was on Saturday. It was on yesterday, and I came downstairs and I saw C-3PO and R2-D2 doing their thing like they always do. And I was like, oh, Star Wars is on, that's nice. And then I walked off and carried on doing what I was doing. And I love Return of the Jedi. It's probably my favourite Star Wars film. And I know there's a lot of you thinking, oh, you're such a fucking moron, you love Airwalks and you're a child molester, or whatever you want to say. And fuck that. I really like it. It's the film where Luke comes back as a Jedi Knight and shows that he's an absolute badass. He's gone from being that moaning pussy of the second film to this utter rancor-destroying, Jabba the Hutt-slaying badass. And I just love it because of Luke and how cool he is in that film. And just the whole evolution. Sure, it's probably the shallowest of the films, and the Ewoks are annoying as I've got older. I used to love them as a kid, but now I just want to punch them. But I really like it. And the TV review gave it 3 stars and basically shit on its chest. And I was really pissed off because he's going on about how it's not as fun as the first film and it's not as good as the second film. And albeit, I am the first to admit that Empires is the best Star Wars film. But me personally, I like Jedi. And A New Hope is just, if you don't think that's a fun and happy film, you're a fucking clone. And not the good kind. But I just thought I'd bring that up because it pissed me off something rotten. But anyway, this is a really tough room. When you come in here, you have what seems like a height advantage on the enemies, but they have better cover because there's tons of plants and it's really hard to see where they are. And the second thing that makes this difficult is you don't have that much cover up here. So you will get tagged from the dudes down the stairs, and then you'll have these shotgun guys rushing you. And the shotgun guys are a fucking nuisance because when they hit you, they push you back. And if they hit you from close range, they'll kill you really quick. So the best thing I've done to handle this room is to kick as many of these explosive balls down as I can, use them to blow the dudes up, and if you just get pissed off like I end up doing, use your thumper to knock them all into the air so that you get those brief seconds to clean them up. Because there's a lot of enemies, they're hitting you from all sorts of angles, it's really hard to see them because of all the foliage, or whatever you want to pronounce it, and it's just a pain in the ass. And it also has one of those really cheesy, you think you're safe but you're not moments in it as well. Because when you kill everybody, you go and touch the elevator, and when the elevator comes down, there's 2 heavies in it, so make sure you don't forget that or you will get raped. But this is all about staying as safe as you can in as good as cover as possible and picking off these guys, because there's a lot of them in this room, and it's just designed against your vantage point. It's designed for them to have an advantage over you. And I suppose I don't mind it because it is coming towards the end of this game, so they are throwing slightly harder encounters at you, but I still stand by what I said on the very first video, and that this game is not very challenging. There you go. Just sniping people, taking dudes out. And as soon as your team push forward and start talking, that means the enemies are down, and this is the moment where you need to reload everything and get ready to take on the heavies. So what I would advise doing is as soon as you press the button, make sure you've got a weapon that's got an explosive effect and stuns both of the heavies, and then just kind of rape them in the elevator. Because it isn't challenging if you know what's coming, it's just if you forget about it, and it's really easy to forget, you're going to get a dick sandwich. So be careful. So you'll notice I skate back here to get cover, and then I fire an exploding bullet. And I wait until it's between both of them to detonate it. And then I put it on again, fire another one of the secondary functions of the headhunter. There goes some ammo, there goes various things. Then I go for the throat shot and I miss. Jesus Christ, Chris, come on, you can do this shit. And whoa! Oh, like a roller coaster that, no idea what was happening. So we've stunned the thunder guy, and there we go, we throat shot him, so it's an instant kill. Chin shot that guy, and am I gonna whip his ass off? No, I whip his helmet off. That was lazy of me. He's stunned again. What am I gonna do? Kick his head off? No, I shoot his head off. There are a couple of different skill shots you can do with those guys to get some easy points when they're stunned like that. One of them is if you kick them from behind, their ass flap opens up and you can see the bare ass cheeks. And if you shoot them and kill them by shooting their ass, you'll get a nice little bonus rear entry. It's called like fire hole or something ridiculous. That guy swears so much. And this is an interesting section, because this is the only area of the game that I've noticed some visible graphical anomalies. Because if you look forward here, directly forward, because of the spectral lighting that's getting cast, you can actually see zigzags on the screen. And it's going to be really difficult on YouTube for you to see this, but when you're playing the game, if you've got a pretty big high definition TV, you can see the little bits of I wouldn't say screen tearing, because it isn't, but there's a visible fuzz to the lighting where it's like kind of parallaxing across the screen. And I was actually explaining this to my girlfriend because she likes to watch me play games, believe it or not. I've struck gold with my girlfriend. She's brilliant, and she enjoys just laying beside me watching the games, and sometimes she'll take a nap, and that's what she likes to do. And I was just explaining that to her because I like to drop some game knowledge on my girlfriend every so often. But that's the end of this video, guys, so thanks for watching. Stick with my channel and you take care now.